This is why it's so important to enjoy your own company and be comfortable with it. And I'm going to show you how you can date yourself. A while back, I came up with this solution of dating myself, and this list I'm going to share with you. When I was in a place where I had gone from relationship to relationship, I just felt like I didn't really know myself. I wasn't that comfortable being alone. I felt like I needed other people's validation a little bit too much. This really set me in a good path. I did this for at least like 6 months to a year, and I promised myself that I wouldn't stop when I'm in a relationship. And the truth is, I am in a relationship now, and some of it I have stopped, which is why I wanted to make this video to get back on track, because this isn't just for the single people. It is also for anyone who's in a relationship and wants to get themselves back into focus, because a lot of the time we tend to lose who we are in relationships if we're not careful, especially as ladies. So we want to focus on who are we, get to know ourselves, spend time with ourselves, and make it known that we deserve love and we deserve our own love. And from that, we can show people the love we want, that we deserve, set the standard, set the foundation for anyone else that enters. I created my own list on my phone quite a while ago, and it's called Be My Own Boyfriend. If you're a guy, it can be your own girlfriend. And this was when I was single, but I think you can be your own partner even when you have a partner. I wrote down these things because I felt like these are the things that I would want to do with a partner, and I would want them to want to do these things with me. Self-care evenings, such as face masks, bath bombs, hair mask, have like a little movie night once a month with myself, where I treat myself and I rest and I enjoy my own company. Another thing was getting my nails done, and since I've been pretty on it, except for whenever I wanted like a break so that my nails could breathe. Haircut, getting flowers once a month, going for a dinner or a lunch date once a month, going for a walk in nature once a month, and going to either the cinema, gallery, city, like a different city, or shopping as a date. So they're all once a month little activities. This is a list that I created. That's going to look different for everyone else. It's going to be a question of what would you want to do with your partner, and then you're going to do them with yourself. Okay, and you're going to either do them once a month, and it's not about doing every single one every month. It's okay if you miss them, but the idea is that you try and make time for yourself intentionally, and you show up and you set dates and you plan things and you treat yourself. So that leads me on to talking about treating yourself the way you want someone else to treat you. And of course, that starts with the dates. On top of that, we want to grow our mindsets. And how do we want someone to speak to us, to think about us, to love us? How do we want to be treated? And you got to start that with yourself, because people learn how to treat you from the way that you treat yourself. You haven't got to be perfect. We are human beings. Oh, I was mistreated because I was horrible to myself, or I'm the one to blame. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you can show people what your standard of love and behavior and habits and love for yourself looks like, and people can learn from it. Also, you'll recognize when someone wants to mishandle you because you don't, and you don't talk down on yourself. It's time to stop talking shit about yourself. Stop putting yourself down. You gotta be your own dream partner that absolutely loves you, even with your flaws. We're not ignoring the flaws, we're working on them, but we are also loving and giving ourselves grace the way we deserve. And then what I want you to think about is that love, whether you're in or out of a relationship, external love should add to the good you have already created. I had at least 6 months of doing this on my own to build myself up. And whoever came in had to add something to my life. If they're taken away, if they're not even meeting the standard you're meeting to yourself, then why are they staying? Why are they here? It does make it a lot easier for you to recognize who's for you and who isn't. And it makes it a lot easier to also walk away, even if you wanted it to work out. The other thing is that often we place expectations on other people to make us happy, to fulfill all our wildest fantasies and our dreams. And sure, romantic relationships or even friendships are great for adding things to our lives, like I've just said, but it's additional. I want you to have expectations on only yourself. You are the only one in control of your life and how it goes and where it goes next. It is not up to someone else to fulfill everything and all of your happiness, because that's just not fair on them. They've got their own lives, their own selves, their own fulfillment to build on and grow. And if you're expecting all of that from them, as well as them to take care of themselves, then that's a lot, because it is your responsibility to show up for yourself, to build yourself into a whole person. And it should be two whole beings that come together and complement each other and add to each other and grow each other, not two halves that come together and try and find the other half in the other person, because that doesn't make sense, does it? Because then that just leaves quarter of a person. It doesn't work out, okay? You do not have to be perfect to be in a relationship. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you got to feel content in who you are first, to a degree. You got to be happy and understanding of who you are. Who are you? What are your values? What do you love? And that does go on to my next thing, which is get to know yourself. Get to know who you are. What do you like to do? What are your dislikes? What are your values? Who do you like hanging around with? What do you believe in? Not what have you been influenced to be. Who are you? Who exactly is the person in front of you in that mirror? How do you like to dress? What do you like to listen to? What are your opinions? Have some opinion. Do not be agreeable at all times, because that means you are just a people pleaser. You're just the same. It's good. It's good to have a debate. It's okay to have opinions, because it means you have a personality. It means you know who you are. I find that being on social media and things can be great, but it is really important to remove distractions, at least for parts of your day, so that you can really understand yourself and not be so influenced by external forces. I know how easy it is to look at someone else and think, oh gosh, that looks so good on her, or oh, that's such a cool job on them. But then you get influenced and you start to try and change yourself every other month or whatever it is. And in reality, you have a core self in there, and you already have things that are uniquely yours and uniquely you. And I want you to be able to hear that. I want you to be clear, and I want you to be confident in those decisions. And that can only happen if the only inspiration is truly yourself and your own mind and your own feelings. And yes, the odd small influence, but the less influence, the better, because the more you can be. And the more you are, and the more you get to know yourself, the more confident you will feel, which will only then attract better people into your life. If you're ever stuck with, well, I don't know where to even begin with that, is to return to what brings you joy. Think about what brought you joy as a child. What did you used to do? Did you spend time in nature? Did you draw? Did you dance? Did you play sports? What was it that you absolutely loved doing and you got lost in? I want you to really reconnect with those passions and those things that bring you joy, and not think about being productive at all times in the day. You do not need to be productive to be a valuable human being, okay? That is something that I'm going through, I'm learning all about, because I'm a bit obsessed with all of that. But I think it's very much in our generation to try and be perfect, and we need to stop doing that. We need to start sprinkling bits of joy back into our lives. We need to love ourselves the way we want to be loved. And how is that? It often looks like, if I really love someone, I don't expect them to be productive all of the time. I don't expect them to be perfect. I want them to be happy. I want to see them doing things that they truly love. And there's nothing sadder than seeing someone who gives up their passion, whether that's dance, DJing, painting, whatever it is. And if I see that someone else has stopped that, it makes me sad. And I think, well, what is it that's taking that away from you? Because we got to get rid of that. And often it is too much work, being too serious about things that don't truly matter. And yes, we do need to make money. Yes, we do need balance in life. But I really need you to gift yourself the present of joy and childhood wonder. There's nothing better than that. And another thing you can do, an amazing tool, is journaling. Journaling is such an amazing tool for getting to know yourself, for self-reflection. And I was speaking to a client of mine, and she was saying how, journaling can be quite negative, so she stopped doing it. And I said, well, why don't you write a resolution at the end of each journaling? Yes, sure, we sometimes want to have a moan and complain and whatever it is, but we need to come to a resolution, reflect on it, change the perspective on it. And that is going to move us forward into a better path ahead of us. Because at the end of the day, life is hard. Life is never not going to be hard. But we can absolutely change perspective and choose happiness every day, every moment, and be here right now. And finally, a relationship should never, ever replace you dating yourself. Never let a relationship take you away from yourself. Someone else coming into your life should not be demanding all that attention, because without you, without your interests, without your values, there's nothing left. So keep filling yourself up, keep dating yourself, keep getting to know yourself, because we are ever evolving. And that way, not only do you attract or allow someone better into your life, but you too can be a better partner for someone else, because now you know how to love and how good it can feel. And what a gift to give that to someone. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm so grateful for your presence here today. And if you're interested, please subscribe and give us a like if you enjoyed it. And I post every Sunday videos like this that are helpful, practical, and actionable, which is the most important, because if we're constantly just thinking and stuck in our heads, then we're not truly living. Thanks so much. Bye.